This is an all-new SUV coming from South Korea, the all-new Torres from KG Mobility, hashtag SsangYong, the South Korean SUV and 4x4 manufacturer is launching this new midsize SUV in Europe this fall. I'm Bernd from Germany and you are watching Asia Auto Ambassador. You don't see the Land Rover sign on a Defender or a Discovery, maybe just a small one. And that's more or less the same now with the new Torres, because this car is in between of the transition between SsangYong Motor Company and KG Mobility. The company has been acquired finally. There's a bright future ahead. A lot of concept cars have been unveiled. And at the moment, it's not clear if the brand SsangYong will survive also in export markets outside of South Korea or not. So this, at the moment, is just the Torres, but at the rear, we will find a branding. The Torres is based on the same platform such as the smaller Tivoli and Corando. That means that the petrol engine has got a 163 horsepower or DIN PS maximum power output, the 1.5 liter turbo 4-pot. And you can choose whether you want to have four-wheel drive or front-wheel drive or manual or 6-speed automatic transmission. We've got LED headlamps and a quite nice design in my opinion. It really looks like a true four-wheel drive vehicle. However, our car here has got front-wheel drive, so there's a robust bumper, but it's not metal here. It's all silver plastic. We've got fog lights, of course, and I quite like the design of the front end. The car measures 4 meters and 70 in length, so it's a mid-size SUV, at least in European standards. So if you're watching from the US, you would say it's a city car, isn't it? We've got 20-inch rims here on our car, which is a so-called Forest Edition, special edition for the market launch. There will be 4 different trim levels, and this is the second highest one, just underneath the one that's called Sapphire, at least in the German market. I quite like the silver C-pillar. It's a nice design detail. And also here in the profile, the car looks quite robust, and it's not the typical Asian SUV, I would say. So it's got a character, hasn't it? Also at the rear, there's a lot to discover. We see LED taillights, and this looks a little bit like a spare wheel. Maybe you know that from 1980s Mitsubishi Pajeros, Toyota Land Cruisers and so on. But here, of course, there's not a spare wheel here on the tailgate. It opens to the top, and then we see the boot, the trunk. The capacity is 703 liters, so that's far more than the one in the Corando. And of course, you can increase this by folding down the backrest of the rear seats. And then you can massively increase the loading capacity. You can also remove the panel, of course, and there's, in addition to all that volume, additional storage space here underneath the removable floor. Let's see what kind of seating comfort the Torres offers. We jump into the car now. My height is 1 meter 92 centimeters. This is 6 feet 3 inches. I adjusted the driver's seat into my individual seating position. I know I'm not the normal guy, I'm more tall, but still there's enough space for the knees. I can easily park my feet underneath the seat. There's a nice seating position on the rear seats. There's an armrest with 2 cup holders. We've got air vents for the rear seats as well, 2 USB power sockets, a lot of storage room for smartphones and stuff here in the center console and also here. There's enough headroom as well, and I quite like these integrated sunshades. If you don't use or need them, you can easily put them back into the door panel, and this looks quite classy, doesn't it? Let's move further forward into the first row. The seating position behind the steering wheel is quite nice and comfortable. The seats in the first row are large enough. The driver's seat is electrically adjustable, the passenger seat in a manual way, and the steering wheel you can adjust in terms of height. And it's a nice seating position. I quite like it. I do like the cockpit layout and architecture. The steering wheel is not really a circle. That's known already from the SsangYong Rexton and Corando, for example. We've got physical buttons for the driving assistance, so we do have an adaptive cruise control. We've got a lane keeping assist, and then you can also maneuver through the menus for telephone here, the voice control system, and the board computer. The display is full digital for the instruments behind the steering wheel. I quite like the position, and also like the resolution of the display, so it's all easily readable, and you can adjust the layout, for example, here. I just showed that. There's no head-up display. That means that we've got a dashboard here. It's quite flat. The infotainment display measures 9 inches in size. And as you can see, maybe they already consider larger display in the future. There's enough space. We've got physical buttons for the audio volume, for the menus, for the sat nav, and then you can maneuver through all the menus here. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto you can use. The aircon's got a separate display here. You can adjust the temperature, for example, either here or at the top display, your choice. And there are seat heating and seat cooling available as well. And also here you can turn on and turn off the steering wheel heating, depending on the trim level, of course. The smartphone, it's got a wireless charger here, and then you've got 2 USB sockets, also one to be used for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Here you see the gear shifter of the 6-speed automatic transmission. There's a lot of storage room here in the center console, also 2 cup holders. The glove box size is average, but I do like all the storage room. I do like the layout and also the finish. It's quite nice. We've got soft material, artificial leather here, nice stitching. Yeah, I quite like it. The SsangYong Torres is already available in South Korea. Here in Europe, it will hit dealerships in about September 2023. The prices in Germany start at 39,500 euros. That makes the Torres 8,000 euros more expensive than the Corando. For that additional money, you get a better equipment. You get LED headlights, the automatic climate control, and some more stuff, and a quite larger vehicle with a larger boot or trunk capacity. There are different trim levels. Our car here cost about around 47,500 euros according to the German price list. Of course, these prices may vary from market to market, and also the launch dates may vary. We have to see whether the car will be marketed as a SsangYong or KG Mobility or just as a Torres. We don't know yet, but what we do know is that in 2024 also the fully electric Torres will hit the market. And the plan is for that vehicle to be equipped with a 70.3 kilowatt hours battery pack and an electric motor that delivers up to 150 kilowatts or 204 horsepower. Thank you very much for watching this video about the new KG Mobility SsangYong Torres, and see you next time at Asia Auto Ambassador. Bye bye.